What is up, y'all? Thank you for joining me. This is J. Dumont bringing you Landmark episode 50. 5-0, the big 5-0 of Let's Nerd with Pathfinder Kingmaker. Extra nerdy edition. So in the last episode we did a lot of stuff, and in this episode we're going to do a lot more stuff. So the plan was, make sure I have this right before I go traveling. We're gonna go to the swamp witch's hut, which is where I suspected this flower was. I was up here exploring though. Let's get a little refresher here. It's a late night episode, so excuse me if I'm a little slow on the uptake. Alright, so we have to stop at South Gnarlston, which is right there. We'll do that on the way back to the capital. Wonder how tough an encounter this is going to be, because it was pretty tough first time we tried it. First few times we tried it, it was downright impossible. But we've been killing owl bears. So we'll see what happens, especially with Ekin and Lindsay underpowered. What was that noise? Fatigue. Gotta rest again. Ekin's Akbo got a little bit larger. Fish on the stick. This looks good.
I like your wolf. In the mountains, we like them too. The tribe near us used to breed such giant ones. They'd swallow a man alive. Horse and all.
Wow.
Maybe a whole mammoth, too?
Huh. Still not sure how I want to develop Ekin. Let's see if we can do this encounter though with party as it is. Might be a little tricky. We need butter. I have to buy butter. Reminder to self, I have to buy butter.
I'll go ahead.
How are you guys doing? Still madly in love? Satyr plays the reed pipe, and the dryad laughing accompanies him by clapping her hands. As they see you, they wave. Welcome back. Holy kittens, look, it's Faye, real Faye. Hello there. Lindsay waves her hand to the couple. I nearly forgot about this encounter, but oh, we don't even have someone to bless, really. Let's just see if we can steamroll this thing. Bunny, you better get out of the way. Alright. Not good.
Learn from my mistake.
Fight. Get him. Yes. We can still do this. Still do this. Come on, Amiri. Yuri, it's up to you. Come on. Come on.
Kill me.
Oh no.
My path. Ad&d.
We were so close. Oh, did I even quick save before that? So close.
I am your shield.
I think that will help.
The road awaits.
So high. So high. So high.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
I'm not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Learn from my mistake.
Let us strike as one!
Won't kill. I'll survive.
Nope.
The road awaits.
Alright, got some good hope. Alright, that's not gonna stack.
I'll go ahead. Enemy near. Learn from my mistake.
Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there. Boom. I've never completed that
The path is clear.
before. What is this? In person? A dueling sword unidentified. Rare bog flower, a delicate flower with a faint sweet smell.
Tread lightly.
Lovely. Let's check out that dueling sword. Swordman's Passion. Agile dueling sword. Agile weapons are unusually well balanced. Wielder with the weapon finesse feat can choose to apply the dex modifier. I'm just curious what would happen. Oh, Knock Knock can't use dueling swords. It wouldn't really be an improvement for him. No one can use them. Cool.
I shall not fail. Let us be careful.
Alright.
The path is clear.
So now we have to head to... Got the rare flower. Wand of Good Hope is pretty sweet. It's like a +2 bless.
I'll go ahead.
Drinking some ice water tonight. Taking it easy on the energy drinks, mostly because I don't have any left. Drink them like that's water. Alright, so... let's see what's up in the kingdom. General request and audience. I want to head back and rank up Octavia. So first we'll head to, let's see, South Gnarlston. Need to build some more bridges in this land. It'd be cool if you could build bridges where you wanted them. That would be a sweet feature. Take over claim the land and then build bridges. Can't have everything though. Or can you? This game pretty much has everything. Alright, Dragon. Who robbed you? I have no idea. The thieves must have found out what treasure I kept in my workshop and now it's been stolen. Haven't even had time to finish the job. Fools. Speaking of which, have you visited the Thorn River yet? What if the armor is still there? Do you think they've had a chance to pawn it off yet? Kurgan told me your family didn't treat him very well. Dragon puffs out his chest and lifts up his chin. Well, that's rather unfair. So what if I frowned on him traveling to foreign lands? What good did it bring him anyway? He's got no family, no hearth, no name. He could have been an honest master craftsman, but instead he frittered everything away. Why did I want to let him throw his life away? Because I cared. This is your private family matter, I won't interfere. Dragon calms down slowly. Is that so? I was trying to set him straight. What a thankless wretch. He betrayed me. How can you trust anyone at all when your own brother is playing dirty tricks on you? I'm returning the armor to you. You may finish your work. Thank you very much for the armor. I hope the thieves got what they deserve. That'll teach them to steal from honest people. Now it's time I get to work. I have a major armor repair job ahead. Came up with some new features for it, but I can't let the secret slip yet. Awesome. Talk to Shania. Shania. Shania is happy to see you, O most worthy one. Rest your legs and listen to my stories, that is, if you've nothing more important to do, such as assisting me in a delicate situation. Shania gives you a sly wink. Do you enjoy living in my lands? This is a wondrous land. You have such strange cuisine, and kobolds, incredible creatures. We do not have them in Vudra. And those insolent creatures, squirrels. I've never seen such fierce creatures. But this land lacks orders. Order. The gods granted Vudra caste. You have none here, and that is why there is no order. For when you meet a member of the lowest caste, you know that they only barely deserve to be born human. In their previous lives, they were animals, or maybe even vile things like tieflings, who are lower than even the lowliest beggars. Trust me, for I have more than once faced their wicked nature. Whereas, when you encounter a member of a higher caste, be he a Pataprajna warrior or a Raja as you and I, that signifies in our past lives we were pious and noble, that our words were strong and true. It is that understanding that these lands lack. Tell me of Vudra. Of the kingdom of 1,000 wonders, where should I begin? Tell me of your homeland. Shania's eyes glisten and her movements become so smooth it's as if she's beginning to dance. It takes her a moment to stop herself. Vudra is a land of wonders never seen in your realm, as witnessed by the 10,000 lines of Mizravda Brahmoja, as recorded by the wise Balazastran from the words of the goddess Lika. Vudra is 50,000 years old. That means that it's far older than the rest of the world, which grew up around Vudra to become its outer mantle, like shells and weeds grow upon the bottom of a ship. It's the land of genies, monks, wondrous beasts, and gods, of course. Vudra is home to thousands of gods, while in the other lands they worship mere dozens. The perfect human is the head of the pantheon. He is called Aurori, the master of masters. Among the gods he is a Maharaja, ruling Vudra and all of the Mahajanapadas, or kingdoms as you call them. Each kingdom has its own Raja. The wealth and glory of even the feeblest among them is such that would make even the wealthiest of your rulers rage and envy. Trust me, for I was once a Rani myself. You were a ruler? Yes, I am of the Raja caste, though I have lost all my lands. Shania speaks in a sing-song manner as if she were reading a ballad or verse. I once disturbed an ancient city of the dead, one that lay hidden deep in the jungle. Keep quiet. A great evil returned with me to my kingdom. The macaques of Sakari, diseased and rabid, swarmed the land. They rolled like an enormous wave, engulfing and destroying everything in their path. They called this horror the Crimson Wind. My warriors went forth boldly, but were overrun. The walls of my palace steadily absorbed their attack, but in the end they turned to dust. I was preparing to die, but the Red Wind suddenly fled in terror, banished by a strange traveler. He was a Vanara, half man and half monkey, and he wore the orange robe of a priest. I wished to thank him, but he had little interest in my treasures. He offered me to play the wise men's game of bar me, and if he won, that I would have to give him my throne. I agreed, for how could I say no to my savior? He easily outwitted me, hiding 4 pieces up his sleeve, while I only managed to brush one off the table and stash another one in my pocket. I ordered my guards to seize the Vanara and put him in chains, as I had no wish to give up my throne. But by dawn the monk had fled his prison. He used his tongue to lick a hole in his manacles. I knew then that the monk was Ragdia, the monkey god, a sage, a petty thief, and the lover of 100 brides. Trust me, for I have met many gods and know of what I speak. I gave Ragdia my throne along with my apologies and set out to wander. You talked about the treasures of your homeland. How would one go about trying to find them? A sly smile crosses the Vudrani's face. Greed is a dangerous thing. Have you ever heard of the consortium of Aspis, O worthy one? It's a union of the greediest merchants of all Cheliacs. The head of the consortium in Vudra learned of an abandoned palace of the Princess Chaya, rumored to be filled with fabulous riches. He hired guides and porters and set out for the palace, and the treasures they found there exceeded their wildest expectations. But their robbery had not gone unnoticed. They'd awakened an evil spirit that sped towards them, taking the form of a white cobra. The Aspis realized they would pay dearly for their greed and ran as fast as they could. The foolish Vudrani who had helped them ran as well. They built ships and fled their homes. Many turned to piracy, and you can find them still in the protectorate of the Black Marquis, now known as the Mandagara League. Woe was the fate of thieves and outcasts. Others settled in Caramaga and Varesia. It was they who took the pyramid box from the palace and hid it from the consortium. This box is covered in the finest oil and carried by dead men, and inside the box lives a child goddess. Only recently settled by colonists from Cheliax, the wild frontier of Varesia is composed of rural communities, independent city-states, cyclopean ruins, and uncharted wilderness. Prior to Earthfall, Varesia comprised much of the ancient empire of Thassalon, which was one of the original empires. Trust me, for the child goddess spoke to me once and foretold that you and I were destined to meet. The Vudrani hope that the deity's protection will save them, but it is this box that the evil spirit seeks. It has since transformed into a demonic ship, and it comes into ports by night. Sailors who look like crocodiles search the town, and the ship is gone by dawn. There will come a day when the ship finds Karamaga's port, and the Vudrani will pay dearly for their greed. Vudra knows how to protect its treasures, and it's best not to seek them, O worthy one. Let's talk of your homeland some other time. Of course, we would need many a week to discuss all of her wonders. I would like to know more about you. I'm flattered. Where should I begin? How did you end up here? Have you heard of Rudrakavala? High in the Vudrani mountains lies the Ardam monastery. Its monks are pious and devout. Their duty is to feed a dead man whose green-skinned body floats over a black metal altar as he meditates. Back when Rudrakavala was alive, he was the vilest of the Rakshasa. However, one day he stepped upon a riverbank and became a seeker of truth, and thus he stood for 1,000 years unmoved. Oh boy. A massive ant hive grew around him, but this did not concern Rudrakavala. 1,000 years passed, and Diomazul, the god of war, came to visit him and offered Rudrakavala any reward, for he'd shown great merit. The Rakshasa demanded all 8 of the god's swords. Upon receiving them, he chased Diomazul into a dungeon, and content with himself sat down to rest. Soon the other gods realized that war has left them, for it was much more difficult to resolve conflict and maintain order. And so they began to seek the missing god. To be precise, they found a young hero and tasked him with finding and rescuing Diomazul. But he was terrified by the sight of the mighty 3-headed Rakshasa. While one head was reading Misravit Brahmodia, the second was puffing on a hookah while the third was sipping wine. The hero didn't stand a chance in battle, but the Raksasa's bride fell in love with the hero. It is she that stands before you today. I put Rudrakavala to sleep with fragrant incense, while my prince took one of his swords and severed all 3 of the Raksasa's heads. I hid the heads in secret places, that where my groom could not find them. The memory of my treachery remains in one of his heads. I hope that it will never find its way back to his shoulders, but I'd best stay far away as possible in case that ever happens. So I prayed to the gods, and trusting with them, I jumped over the ocean, landing in Varesia. From there, my feet carried me here. It seems there are quite a few exaggerations in your story. Oh, they often say this about the Vudrani. Know then that the gods have given me such lessons in humbleness that it's quite against my nature to lie and spread falsehood. Have you ever been to Nizwan? It's the capital island of Jalmaray, a city of 1,000 rooftops, above which flutters 1,000 silk banners. Not water, but the finest wines flow from their magnificent jade fountains. There isn't a city more beautiful in this world, but Nizwan's greatest jewel is its houses of perfection, monasteries wherein the finest warriors trade. Jalmaray is a large island nation in the Obari Ocean off the coast of Nex. Being the Innis's only link to the legendary kingdoms of the impossible, Jalmaray have a unique mystique. The religions that dominate Jalmaray are also unique. While Aurora has many worshippers across the region, his religion is at its strongest on the island, along with the worship of the 1,000 other deities of Vudra. The inhabitants of Jalmaray include an unusually high number of monks. The prowess of their martial artists is renowned across continents, and the 3 houses of perfection are the most sought-after monasteries of the Inner Sea region. Keep listening. Once the monastery of the Unblinking Flame became jealous that the monastery of the Unfolding Wind was known as the House of the Greatest Masters. Many turned down the invitations of the Unblinking Flame in order to join their white-robed rivals. The monastery of the Unblinking Flame swore to make them pay for the insult. In the streets, the markets, and the palaces, the red-clad monks would insult the white ones, provoking them to bloody duels. Nizwan shook as if from an earthquake. Trust me, for I witnessed it myself. In that life I was an arrogant master of the Unblinking Flame, and my pride demanded war. I knew that my days were numbered, and desired nothing but to see the Unblinking Flame triumph. In my arrogance I could not see how much suffering I brought to the people. Those who were struck by a monk's fist fell and did not rise again, and those who were touched by a priest's finger were permanently crippled in body and mind. We fought with honor, seeking to demonstrate our mastery, not murder our enemy, while the townsfolk died by the thousands, and we did not care. Our students, however, secretly arranged the tournament of Unseen Mercy, which took place on a bridge over an abyss. They fought, and it was agreed that the losers would be shown no mercy, and their bodies would be thrown down into the abyss. By dawn, the bridge was completely empty. It was then that we, the masters, saw how arrogance had weakened our houses and deprived us of our future. The ambitions of the past were all that remained. It was a bitter lesson, and it was then that I swore in all of my incarnations to always be humble and straightforward. I have since kept my promise, no matter how strongly I may wish to embellish my story. Let's do this another time. As you wish, so shall it be. I have many interesting stories for you. What sort of help do you need? The Budrani proffers a small scroll. This was written by my father. It was meant for a family that has lived for centuries near the home of my relatives in Absalom. Life has scattered us all across Galarian, but we never gave up hope of reuniting with those we once knew so well. My father asked me to pass this letter to a member of this fine family, if I should ever happen to stumble across one. As I've recently discovered, one of them lives nearby. The noble Hasuf trades in your capital. I confess I am too nervous to meet him. I fear that my anxiety will cause me to behave inappropriately, and I may disgrace myself for it. Would you assist me in fulfilling my duty and deliver him this letter? I do not believe that my heart can be at peace until this letter is delivered. One cannot be a master when beset by such distraction. I have to go. Until we meet again, O worthy one, it shall happen sooner than you think, the perfect human has told me. Whew, I'm out of breath after that one. Good day, your grace. Alright, so... back to the capital we go. Hasuf has 2 issues for us to clear up now. I'm glad that I get a little free time here in the game to, explore and do some of these side quests. Alright, Hasuf. The guards were told that a half-elf named Cheryl robbed you. Is this true? Hasuf shakes his head surprised. Cheryl robbed? Can't be. He is a great young man and a capable tailor. We agreed I would lend him money to start a shop at a humble rate of interest. But he didn't steal a single coin from me. I can vouch for him. Give me one moment. Hasuf pulls out a sheet of paper and scrawls out a short letter, adds his sprawling signature, then hands the letter to you. Budrani asked us to give you this letter. She claimed that your families know each other. As soon as you finish speaking, Hasuf snatches the letter from your hands and immediately breaks the seal, quickly running his eyes along the lines. His face grows pale and his hands clench. He takes his time ripping the letter into tiny pieces, enjoying the process. Damn that disgusting wretch and that entire family. They decide to send me a letter as though I don't know that only poison trickles from their mouths. After calming down a bit, Hasuf turns to you. You probably did not know what was in the letter. All the better. You shouldn't burden yourself with a feud between families living on opposite sides of the world. You did your part, and I'm grateful to you, at least for caring to deliver this letter to me, though it was written by traitors. Your intentions were pure, of that I am certain. Farewell. Tell Shania about Hasuf. And I think I'll have the option of lying to her. Or telling her the truth.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Never gets old. Going to be eating some candy in a few minutes here. In fact, let me bust out the candy right now. Give me a second here. Alright, so this man is innocent. Neutral good. I brought confirmation of innocence from Hasuf. All accusation of theft are false. So that's how this is going to go. Pardon me, your grace, but better safe than sorry. Here, let's set you there free there, lad. Be careful now. You should keep your eyes peeled with enemies like yours. There's hope in the half-elf's eyes, and his voice trembles with awe. You really did it, for me. I've never seen anyone so honorable. My name is Chevelle, your grace. I'm pleased to meet you. If there's any way I can repay you. Oh wait, do you need the services of a good tailor? Sure. Trust me, I can work wonders with the needle and thread. It's only the half-elf stops. I can't afford a workshop of my own. If I could find a workplace, even one out here. I don't feel like returning to the capital after all that's happened. Chevelle rubs his black eye. Please help me set up a workshop if you're in need of decent tailored cloth. I'll make it worth your while. May the gods protect you. Alright, Kimo. This is the flower you were looking for? It is beautiful. The elf reverently accepts the flower from your hands. I thank you. You have helped me so much. Here, take my spear. My skill is nothing compared to the beauty of nature. But who knows, perhaps you will find it useful. Tell me, friend, is there a place here I could settle in? I do not wish to leave this place. If you agree to work for me, I'll build you a workshop here. You would really do that for me? The elf's mouth opens in amazement. Well, if you're offering this to me, then I gladly accept. It's a deal. Alright then. Bye. Cool. Your Grace, I must inform you, military affairs have begun to take up all my time. More than once I have missed or overlooked a detail concerning domestic security. Please hire a warden, an advisor who will watch over the safety of your subjects, and I shall continue carrying out the responsibilities of your general. Castillo turns his attention to the map of the Stolen Lands. New recruits keep coming, Your Grace. You must decide where their barracks is to be built. To my mind, it would be best to build both the barracks and their training camps nearby, close to the capital. Many of these youths burn with enthusiasm, but until it's tempered by discipline, they will never be as good in battle as they would hope to be. I recommend we create camps to train and drill all those who would protect these lands in the future. We will place training camps nearby the capital. Castillo bows. I'm happy you'll give our soldiers a chance to train before we send them into battle. I will take care of everything. Military +1. To a tavern or longhouse. Quick save. General scouts lure the undead in the open, where they were joined by the main troops and surrounded. The general is being celebrated for a brilliant victory. crowd of enraged peasants is trying to lynch a young Asmer girl. People feel certain she casts hexes and steals children, but there's no proof. I hope Octavia can handle that. Whoops, a warden. Heck him. Cool. Terrible fire struck the settlement, consuming many buildings, and people need immediate help. Juby. Tristan. I want to rank up the storyteller. Settlers. Large trade caravan south of the traffic capital. Its masters, it is said, are major merchants of Van Doren. Send Casil. Quick save. Support curator, but 14 days. Let's see here. Okay. When the counselor was taking part in a traditional ritual, a beam of magical radiance shone down upon him. Locals believed the counselor is favored by the gods and developed tremendous respect for him. The regent not only talked the peasants out of the lynching, but sent representatives to the region to investigate the missing children. Many of them have been found alive. Awesome. Disaster. The advisor couldn't organize support in a timely manner. The people have abandoned the settlement for good. The loss will doubtless have an impact on the treasury. Merchants were very happy with the hunt that the general organized. Hold on. Sweet tooth tonight. Mary wants to talk. Runaway prisoner from Patax, an elf convicted as the leader of a dangerous gang, is hiding in the barony. Araveti's courts are not known to be beacons of justice. And the warden needs my advice. Let us deal with our subjects. So you know I make the most professional Let's Plays on YouTube. Eating candy and smoking cigarettes and... But it's all good. Hope the munching didn't take too much away from this episode. Again, look sullen. There's disaster everywhere. The Stag Lord may be gone, but there's still much trouble in your lands. Robbing and killing on the roads. You must do something. Protect the people. My advice, a curfew. Announce a time of night where people must remain inside their homes. My guard will maintain order. I order a curfew. Right, I will give the order. Mary looks unusually grim today. Listen, we need to talk, but not in front of everyone. After the council ends, come to the tavern. It's about my tribe, my old one from before. Oh, hello there, Nazriel. Well, Bakken. Unfazed by the silence, he gives me a ring. Grab something specific. Just make whatever you think will turn out best. Walken picks his ear with a piece of coal and hides it in the paper back in his sleeve. My choice then? Fine. Come on, give me others in here. Yes. Shania? I'm happy to see you, almost worthy one. A new gift and new stories await you. Please accept this fine item. It has been crafted according to the traditions of Vudrani craftsmanship. Even in the impossible kingdoms, possessing something so precious would inspire awe and envy. Make something specific for me. The Vudrani throws back her head in laughter. You wish to ask me for something specific, but please, how can I foresee which thoughts the perfect human will send into my mind? Of course I can promise to fulfill your order, but if the perfect human wishes it, I will go against my word, and then everyone will say again, don't believe the Vudrani. Their words are nothing but lies, and why would we want that? I thank you, Shania the Tulip. I would gladly relate a story from my homeland that inspired me to create this, but alas, due to another pressing matter, I must take my leave sooner than I would like. Too bad. Alright. Let's check out the comma, which I don't think anybody can use. Persecutor. This +2 shot comma grants its wielder the ability to cast thundering drums once per day. +2 comma. And an agile dueling sword. Prayer. +1 luck bonus, so that'll stack. Level 7 ranger, level 9 bard. I guess we can level her up again. Jack of all trades. Bard gains +1 bonus on all skill checks. And a bard talent. Sounds good. She can use magic device as well. Cool if there are some exotic bows. Alright, let's give her a skill focus on use magic device. So she'll get a +6 to that, which is nice. Level 2 spell. Spell makes your eyes shine blood red and allows you to see the vital areas and weak points of creatures as a warm glow. Allows you to make sneak attacks as the rogue ability of the same name, dealing additional 1d6 points of damage. Increases every 3 caster levels you possess beyond 3rd. So 2, she does 3d6. She can do that. We'll give her cure critical wounds. And Doesn't end if the subject attacks. I think greater invisibility would be good. All allies. Spell frees victim from enchantment, transmutations, and curses. We'll give her greater visibility. Cool. Who else needs to be leveled up? Tristan. He's just gonna stay cleric. Be a cleric through and through. Yeah, let's look at Tristan. What happened to that light crossbow? Give it to Juby. Give it. Oh. Man, it's much better than the longbow +1. It's a simple weapon, so what's the point? Keep that with Juby. Let's keep him all clericed up. Let's see what the spells are. He's got level 5 spells now. He's dead. He already has meta magic. Extend spell. How about heighten spell? Spells if they were higher level. Heighten spell increases the effective level of the spell it modifies. You can increase the power of your spells, causing them to deal more damage. Let's maximize his spells. Angelic aspect. Take on the aspect of an angelic being, including some of its physical characteristics. Resistance to acid and cold 10. Damage resistance 5 against evil. +2 deflection to AC. +2 resistance on saves. Or attacks made or created by evil creatures. Wow. In addition, your natural weapons and any weapons you wield are considered good aligned with the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. Other than his heal spells, I don't see much of a reason maximize his spells. I'm gonna weapon focus on the heavy crossbow. Let's go with that. Cleric again. He just gets more spells. Excellent. He's all clericed up. Jaethal. What does the Inquisitor get? A teamwork feat. Let's see how that works out. Shield wall. Let's see if we give her a fighter. Her base attack bonus would go up by 1. Bonus combat feat, strong grip. Or weapon focus on clubs, on elven curved blades, or scythes. So that's her preferred deity's weapon. Let's just see what happens if I give her a bonus on scythe. Let's see what she looks like. 9 to 20, attack plus 14. Favorite weapon, the scythe. She looks pretty good with that. So I like that elven curved blade. Even if it is +1. She'll find a better elven curved blade down the road. It's keen. Alright, so I'm going to... what I really foresee for her is fighter. Stalwart. Inquisitor can use mental and physical resiliency to avoid certain attacks. If she makes a fortitude or will saving throw against an attack, it has a half damage. She instead avoids the damage entirely. Exploit weakness. The Inquisitor learns to take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself. Whenever they score a critical hit, she ignores any damage reduction the target might have. In addition, if the target has regeneration, the creature loses regeneration in the round following the critical hit and can die normally that round. Creatures whose regeneration always function are immune to this. Give her a focus on the Elven Curve Blade. Plus 13, 6 to 15, but her critical is keen. I like that. Oh, there's the bomb ring. Oh, we already have that. Alright, we'll solve that one. Does that stack? Probably not. Let's see. Bomb. One to 6 on the bomb. Alright. Jubilos, we can level up one more time. So an alchemist, he gets a new discovery in poison immunity. Completely immune to poison. Gets 2 claw attacks and a bind attack. Have a splash effect of 10 rather than 5. Creatures that take a direct hit from an explosive bomb catch fire, taking 1d6 points of fire damage until it's extinguished. The alchemist creates a bomb. He can choose to have it dispel magic effects instead of deal damage. Creatures that take a direct hit from a dispelling bomb are subject to a targeted dispel magic spell, using the alchemist level as a caster spell. Get the spelling bombs. Alright. Level 4 spell. Gain hit points on yourself. All these are on self, but you can do them to others. I like Stone Skin. 10 minutes per level. The warded creature gains resistance to blows, cuts, stabs, and slashes. Gains damage reduction 10 adamantine. Ignores the first 10 points of damage each time it takes damage from a weapon. Though an adamantine weapon overcomes the reduction. Once the spell is prevented, a total of 10 points of damage per caster level, so 100 points, it's discharged. That's beautiful. Oh. Who's left for Gongar? And Ekin. So I'm going to quick save here, I'll be right back. Alright, so I don't really have any quests to do at the moment. Just kind of waiting for the next act to start. This one. Let's put that with the Baron. I sent Lindsay or Casile to do this. send Lindsay. Economy, laying the foundation. The cost of buildings with the static loyalty bonus. Increased by 10%. Gives a general +2 for taking advantage of opportunities. The Regent resolves problems with a +1 bonus. Let's do that project. Support the Warden's endeavors. Might as well do a trade agreement with Maivan. Quick save here. Whoa. Success. Failure. The Grand Diplomat agreed to see the fugitive. After hearing a sad tale describing a mutilating show trial, the advisor realized the elf and quickly organized a gang and hid in the woods of the barony. Release the elf. -1 stability. Success in the nature of curses. We found no evidence that the ever-blooming flower came into being as a result of a curse. However, we do know that the mysterious woman who created the flower was herself cursed, that the curse demanded that she make ruins of kingdoms. Perhaps the flower was not the direct result of a curse, but an instrument designed to fulfill its demands. As for the flower itself, it is most exceptional species, comes from the first worlds, and is fused with magic. Thanks to this research, it is now possible to cultivate plants from the first world in the exotic garden. But we lost some stuff. It's a +1 bonus. High Priest seeks your advice. Disrupted harmony. Red light. A brothel was open under the protection of Callistria's temple in the region. Some of the barony's maps appear to be outdated. And some dexterity again of petty illusionists. Musty dogs and a noble in trouble. So let's just skip one day, I guess. Oh. Agreement has been signed, 1 BP per week. And we have to take care of some of the... Alright, let's see what the High Priest has to say about things. Jod nibbles his mustache, annoyed. Oh, these stolen lands. They're a breeding ground for filth. No sooner have I dealt with one crisis, but another is on its way. This time, a preacher of a religion that no one's ever heard has ventured onto your lands. The people say this priest speaks of some speakers of the depths. It's the first time I'm hearing any of this, but the name alone says you shouldn't expect anything good from them. But alas, not all our people are as reasonable as you and I. The preacher has already gathered his first followers. Your Grace, I beg you, please decide what we are to do with him. If you ask me, I say we should run him off with a pitchfork. I have never heard of these speakers of the depths. Who are they? The priest ponders. I know many gods. Some of them show favor to mortals, some show wrath, but some want nothing to do with the peoples of Galarion. The speakers of the depths may be of this sort. Who knows? All the more reason to prevent your subjects' heads to be filled with such rubbish. I allow this preacher to profess his faith in my lands. Jot is annoyed and mumbles something, but then waved his hand with a sigh. As you wish. Divine +3. We're losing a lot of stability. Hello there. Chemo bows awkwardly, a proud smile dancing on his lips. It is ready. I brought you something. Thank you, Chemo. Could you make something specific for me? Why, of course, with pleasure, but what exactly? How about a bow? The elf gives a leisurely nod. I will do it. A spear, eh? Ooh, spike defender. Wooden surface is covered in thin ornament, the hallmark of Camille Tavon, the Baron's courtmaster. Its +1 frost spear grants its wielder a +1 shield bonus to AC and deals 1d3 damage. Attack +11. Why is his attack so low? I want to use it, but better off with this sickle. He's not going to use it. Knock Knock's not going to use it. Jathal. That's her keen elven blade. Mine to 18 though. Just an attack of +11. That is not going to cut it right now. I hope he gets better base attack bonus as he levels up. Dragon Disciple. Agile dueling sword. Well, until the new act starts, we pretty much have to build up our kingdom. So stability is suffered. Divine provides immunity to poisons in the claim regions. See, the thing about fighting in the claimed regions, well, it is good for Bald Hilltop and stuff like that. Oh, you should work on a new curse. Candlemere. Yeah, check out Candlemere, Jod. Alright, so let's figure out the problems first. The brothel was open under the protection of Callistria's temple in the region and has more and more customers by the day. Erastus' followers are enraged. These despicable fallen women are destroying their families. And a gang of petty illusionists are passing off copper coins as golden ones. The fraud must be stopped. DC 22. Try noble in trouble. The leisure boat of a noble Brevoy ran aground on a sandbank at the river. The foreign guest requires aid from the ruler. The Rusty Dogs, a team of mercenaries known for their rust-colored armor, have arrived in the barony. The accountants recommend hiring them, while the officers recommend simply coming to an understanding with them. Red light, we can send Lindsay. DC 15. Court cartographer reports some of the barony's maps appear to be outdated. What your advisors could help update them. DC 15. Let's just go with the storyteller for a sure shot. Start that event. Start that event. Start that event. Let's just go buy some BP. If we found anything. Slide a coin, dog tag. Wish I could buy PP just inside this castle portion. Decapitator. I like it, but who's going to use a Falcata? Pains me to sell that. I want to give a serious a weapon type, an exotic weapon type. Try to increase his attack bonus. Monai. Worried that the DC checks are getting pretty high and I have to keep my advisors leveled up properly. Alright, so sell it. Can always buy it back if need be. Now what about this? Persecutor. Thundering drums once per day. It's a nice weapon, but take the money and run. Use that or that. Cold resistance 30. Any wands we're not going to use? Burning Arc. No, these are good. Deal. Now perception may open up new spots on the map that I haven't explored yet, but some reason I can't explore Varnhold yet, or west of the in the Pitax region. Miss Keston. Alright. Can we upgrade some of these? What are our stats? We need relations, arcane, stability, culture. Divine. No. Does not just simply get arcane. Stability. Can't build a watchtower. Some stability. This one's stability with the tavern. Barracks right there, and a brewery right there. There's some stability. Now what about relations? I should take sword step. Let's build a little bit more. South Nolston. brewery. Arcane, adjacent to a shrine. Riderless house. Brewery. Community with the Granary Brewery. Watchtower and wooden walls. Hope I'm building this right. Let's rank up the counselor here. Save. And hope for the best. Success. Success. Without another word, the general took the dogs to an end. The next day, the message came. Mercenary captain made flattering remarks about the general's battle skills and promised to hold a few training sessions for new recruits. Military succeed. Failure on disrupted harmony. Success. The treasurer assigned specifically trained money changers to the markets to detect the illusions. He also instructed them to pass along their knowledge to the merchants and shopkeepers. Now even Shoeshine in the barony knows how to check coins. Success. The Grand Diplomat stated that freedom was one of the barony's supreme values. Any violation would sooner or later lead to tyranny. The brothel's adversaries grudgingly accepted this position. Awesome. Counselor awaits in Bog Mischief. Mysterious complaints are arising from the region where Master Chemo Tavon has recently settled. Water rises in the wells and floods the surrounding homesteads. Experienced hunters get lost in the woods. Food and wine disappears from cellars, and maidens awaken with their hair woven into impossible knots. People have asked the barony's advisors to step in. Let's wait the counselor. I'm going to level up the region next, and then tackle that. Kingdom Management extra nerdy episode. Nerdtastic. Tristan. Asirius, a local merchant, wishes to be relieved of his taxes, which naturally stands against the laws of the barony. In return for this service, he promises to put in a good word for you among the city's trade community. Tristan's voice is very soft. I realize that such an offer might stir you to outrage, but try to understand. Greed can cloud anyone's judgment, wealthy and pauper alike. We must teach these people that the times have changed. The law no longer serves only the rich. Reject his offer, but refrain from punishing him. Tell him that the law in my domain applies equally to all. You'll have to turn down many similar offers, but eventually people will come to realize that the stolen lands have changed forever. Henceforth, everyone is equal before the law. Dragon bows from the waist and addresses you ceremoniously. Greetings, your grace. By tradition, if a worthy ruler is a patron to a master, the master gives generously in return. Come to honor this tradition. Please accept this. I worked hard on it. I hope it serves you well. If you have any requests or needs, feel free to tell me. Otherwise, please allow me to devote my time to Lawbreaker. I'm itching to finish what I've begun and restore my grandfather's heritage. Put everything else aside and get repairing your grandfather's armor. Gladly, I've been itching to start, but a craftsman's word is law. No new work until I complete all my current orders. I'm not some ordinary fool whose mind is so full of fantasies and fresh ideas that he can't properly finish a single task. Sherelle, the half-elf is clearly embarrassed to be in the palace. He shuffles his feet and bows shyly. Greetings, your grace. Here, I've brought you something. Cheryl bows as he hands you a bundle. I need something from you. Cheryl gives a quick glance. Just tell me what you need, I'll take care of it. A sturdy cape. You will look irresistible in the clothing I'll make for you. Cheryl shifts from one foot to the other and finally gets up the nerve to speak up. You've done so much for me, your grace. You cleared my name of slander, freed me from jail, gave me a chance to do my job with honor. Someone wiser than I would simply settle down and live a happy, quiet life, but there's a reason I was arrested at the outskirts of your domain. I don't want to discuss it here. Please come over to my village when you have a moment. We can talk there. Believe me, I have quite a story to tell you. So that was North Northalston. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Whoa, Rogue Companion. Guess this cloak grants its wearer a +5 competence bonus on trickery checks and the ability to cast Expeditious Retreat 3 times per day. Octavia? +10 to all stealth skill checks, immune to blindness and dazzling. +10 to stealth is pretty sweet. Well, knock knock. This is trickery. 22. This is 30. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Resistance +2. It's for Juby. No, we'll give that to JFL. And the Warhammer of Hatred. Giant Bane. Fine piece of equipment was crafted by the dwarf Dragon, the skillful blacksmith appointed a court master. +1 Warhammer is efficient against the ancestral enemies of the dwarven race, increased by 1d6 against orcs and goblins, 2d6 against giants. Not going to replace the Mallet of Woe. So I'll sell that. Alright, so we'll set out a party to head to North Northalston. Oh, I want to level up Octavia. Gnarlston first. It shouldn't make too much of a difference. It's only the 6th.
I'll go ahead.
6th. Talk to Shania or Shania. Shania. Let's take Valerie, Mary, Knock. Ekin and Lindsay. Natavi, an old friend of Ekin, told us a spot. I prepared the music and our Baron Lord Ekin right into the trap. Of course he's a ranger, but I'm thinking since his family was killed, he might want to turn into a righteous paladin. Kingdom. I can't leave for 2 seconds. Counselor. Oh, we can't support the regent yet until we get 80 community. See if we can talk to Chemo about what's going on in this area. Chemo, what's the deal? Nothing. Cheryl. Oh, it's you. Please accept my gratitude for the workshop. The house is beautiful, the neighbors are wonderful, and everyone is so kind and friendly. I'm flooded with orders. And to think I could still be rotting away in jail for a false accusation. I'd like to know more about you. The young Cheryl looks embarrassed. He fixes his hair, trying to hide the blush in his cheeks. What would you like to know? Where are you from? I came from Eragus. It's a small fishing town in Keonan. That's the place where the elves send my kind into exile. The exile for half-breeds. My father is a fisherman and a smuggler. He served as a steersmate on an Andorran warship until he met my mother and settled down. My mother is a net weaver. There's an art to weaving a fishing net, and my mother is simply the best at it. She taught me to tie knots and weave patterns. How'd you become a tailor? I started when I entered Eragus Academy. I wasn't much into archaeology, but you don't have many options in Eragus. It's either the academy or a fishing business. That was when I realized that an ancient elven ornament can spruce up any object at all. I realized that using this sort of design made anything I sewed exquisite and quite popular. A couple of months later, half the student body was wearing my vests and capes. I'd finally found my passion, but then I left in search of better opportunities. You blush all the time. Me? Oh, yes indeed. Cheryl turns purple and laughs. I beg your pardon, your grace. I'm not used to chatting with the ruler of the barony himself. Before I met you, I'd always thought that rulers never talk to ordinary people. You're different. Let's discuss it later. As you wish, I'm always happy to talk to you. What did you want to tell me? Sherelle looks around nervously. I beg your forgiveness, your grace, for making you come all the way to our distant region. There are too many guards in the palace that were chasing me recently. The thing is, I think I know who wrongfully accused me. There's a tailor in the capital. His name is Morhallen. He has the reputation of a brilliant master, so I wanted to become his apprentice. But when I went to his workshop, in his workshop I saw things which alarmed me very much. Vests, shoes, gloves, all made from reptile skin. But the pattern was distinct. I've only seen the pattern on lizard folk, intelligent beings who also live in the stolen lands as far as I know. I tried asking Morhallen about it, but he threw me out in the cold. And when I tried to start my own business and open a shop, I was literally driven out of the capital. You'll hardly take my word for it, but it's true. A master tailor in the capital is butchering lizard folk to make clothes from their skins. I'm no tracker. I can't go hunting down Morhallen's poachers, but you could. If only you could find those murderers in the marshes and bring some evidence. The guards will take this seriously and will rid the capital of the great evil. Alright, I'll track down the hunters. Thank the gods. I'm sorry I cannot say exactly where to find the wretches, but I'm certain they must be hunting in the Nora Marches. That's where you'll find them. I have to go. The half-elf puts his hand on his heart. I'm happy to see you at any time.
I'll go ahead.
Search for poachers somewhere in the Nora Marches. Well, they're probably at the lizard folk village. Where else could they be? It's pretty cool that you get to sent back to some of these areas and little different things happen. Someone's on the road. Maybe I found them. Poacher.
I'll go ahead.
Shouldn't have come to this place.
Kill me!
Boom. So what were we supposed to? Lizard folk skin. Scaly skin flayed by a ruthless butcher. Wow. Prove that Sherelle might be right. We have to show him what we found. Anything else on this random map? Well, it's cool that we found them just like that. Oh, Bo's down for the count right now in a pool of blood, but he'll be back.
The path is clear.
Alright, how do I get out of this map? Can't be poaching lizard folk, man. They're so sweet, those people. Or lizards. I wonder if I go to the lizard folk village, something different would trigger there. More poachers. I'll fight a few of those next time. See what the Gnarl Marshes throw at me. Soul Eaters become more dangerous if they know their victim's name. Sherelle. Look what I found. Look at these skins. They were stripped off of murdered lizard folk. Chevelle looks frightened. He touches the skins with evident disgust. They were skinned very skillfully. There's no doubt about it. The butchers meant to use these skins for leather work. If they were just trying to scare someone with a bloody murder, they would have made more cuts. But here they made the least. The butcher was clearly saving the skin. I was right. Orhallen is buying the skins of lizard folk. He's a monster. Thank you for your support. Now I have all the evidence I need. Now I've taken too much of your time already. I'll go to the guards and see the monster arrested myself. To go, the elf. Half-elf puts his hand on his heart. Await Orhallen's arrest. With pleasure.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Soon, Beckham. Soon. New events here. Use the resist energy spell when facing an enemy with powerful elemental attacks. Treasurer's efforts? Good. Let's give it a try that. Sure, why not? Alright, so let's support
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Jubilant's efforts. Oh. Whole chain of inexplicable and very What happened? Alright, success. The curator and scholar failed to find common ground. Success on bog mischief. Deep in the night, a couple watchmen noticed a nymph sneaking into one of the villages with a bucket of tar. The miscreant was able to escape capture, but it seems the Fae are to blame for the villagers' troubles. But where could they be hiding? Disaster. The soldiers watched the general dispatched to help the noble, unfortunately ran into bandits who were waiting in ambush near the stuck boat. All were killed. Consequence of the agreement with Joseph Selenius. Offer seems less profitable than we initially thought. The payment that Restov's building guild is demanding for the service is unduly high. It will require time and resources to resolve it peacefully. Treasurer requests Omen. A magician visited a settlement, made everything days come to life. We've seen this before. A white deer with bloody antlers was seen in the forest. Could it be a sign sent by Erasel himself? Whatever lies behind these stories must be uncovered. Storyteller. Treasurer. Fortifications around. Alright, let's see. Let's see what the treasurer has to say. taxes again. Lower them. Stagnant helmet. Brought a petitioner with me, Lamar Tinch, a famous expert on everything regarding alcohol and beverages which feature it. Our impatient guest wanted very much to speak with you in person and tell you all about his project. Tinch, the halfling before you looks young, but his sharp eyes framed by slight wrinkles gives away the petitioner's considerable age. Lamar nods politely, sweeping the floor with his beret and showing off an emerging bald spot. My respects, Baron. I beg your forgiveness for how boldly I sought our meeting, but I could hardly trust anyone with the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to me a waking dream as I walked your lands. You see, I was traveling through on my way to Brevoy when, to my surprise, I was discovering a most curious detail. It turns out that many spicy and bitter herbs, which I and my colleagues use in our work, grow wild in these lands. Wineberry, goatweed, gentian. Lamar bends his fingers, enumerating the plants, then waves his hands. Ah, these names probably tell you nothing, but to me, for me, this rich list is like a splendid palette, the foundation upon which a true masterpiece might be built. Your Grace, I once imagined settling in Brevoy, but your lands have truly inspired me, and now my greatest dream is to open a shop in this very capital. With a bouquet you can easily gather nearby, I can easily create a new beverage, true ambrosia for any halfling. Only one thing is holding me back, lack of financial resources. I hope that now, upon hearing my request, you and your respected treasurer will not refuse a humble artisan a little assistance. Of course, in exchange for a future percentage. Lamar bows deeply once again. I shall eagerly await your decision. Do you want to hear my opinion? This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for other races. Something like your dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunkards? Well, it's your barony and your business. But remember, if you give this trader the money he asked for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate, just like him. I will take the risk. I shall support Lamar's proposal and invite him to open a shop in our city. Just like that, without considering the risks. Of course, it's entirely up to you, Baron, although I'd remind you that the money belongs to the state. Halfling's Brewery. Some relations. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. The half-orc bows diligently. Your Grace, I come bearing gifts, a sign of my gratitude for taking an old man into your service. Boots. Specific request for you. Familiar with orc weapons and armor, can you make something like that? To be sure, I can make you some first-class gear. You'll be like an orc chief. Nazriel bows. In accordance with our agreement, I brought you a gift which serves as payment for your protection. Hands you a short sword. I want something from you. I'd like a sample of your elven metalwork. My people have been honing their talents for an eternity. Elven craftsmanship is always the best. Maybe we'll get an elven curved blade. Alright. Nature's Will. A fine example of the elven smithing craft from Nazriel, a court artisan who made a deal with the Baron. +2 Vermin Bane short sword grants its widow the ability to cast summon nature's ally 2 once per day. Vermin Bane. 2d6. Whoops. Let's see. 12, 7 to 12. 13, 8 to 13, so these boots, opportunist boots, grant their worthy to make 2 additional attacks of opportunity per round. Wow. Mobility checks. Let's give her the boots. 2 attacks of opportunity per round. What is her mobility anyway? It's only 14. Let's give her the opportunist boots. Now who can use mobility though? Knock Knock is mobile. Sure, let's give him the mobility boots of Elvenkind. He's a plus 11. Just in case you get those skill checks that come in like 2s or 3s. Awesome. Alright, so I think I'm probably just going to end this episode here shortly. Because I don't really know what else to do. Brewery. Let's build a halfling brewery here. Free. Relations +2. 10% chance to earn 3 BP each week. 10% chance to earn 1 BP each week. Relations +2. Sure. Oh. Now we still need stability. Barracks. Alright, so let's build a longhouse here. And a watchtower. Oh, I can't. Oh, there already is one. Alright, that's enough BP spending. Alright, so to finish this episode, I'm going to buy a bit more BP. And then call it a day or a night. In the next episode, hopefully we'll keep receiving gifts and getting some cool stuff. And when the act does start, we'll be fully equipped and ready to go. And also, hopefully level up and I can get like some new things with the feats, because everyone's going to get a feat. We can get some exotic weapon proficiencies, even though I sold most of them now. Probably was a mistake. I should have kept that Falcata and gave a Sirius a Falcata proficiency.
I'll go ahead.
Decapitator. Let's see what happens. Can always buy some of this stuff back. 18,000. Nature's Will. Sell that. I guess that's it. Hope we didn't mess up by selling a lot of those items. When we level up and actually can be able to use some of them, because the feats... 113. The feats are going to make a big difference that we get on the odd level. And Asirius could even get a spear feat. Or something like this. She can get a greater weapon focus on flaming on the glaive, but she doesn't really need it. I do like the spike defender. We'll see. Shankbane spear. Does Lindsay have a weapon yet? Yeah, but short longbow. Should have kept some of those belts and stuff, but I'm sure we'll find more. So this is episode 50. I'll say thanks for watching if you're still watching at this point. If you've watched the whole Let's Play, that's awesome. Let me know in the comments. Press the like button. And I appreciate your viewership. I'll see you in the next episode. Stay cool, everybody. Until next time, peace.